It was 33 years ago that Chrysler introduced the minivan, and it really changed what the family truckster was. Out was the station wagon, and in was the minivan. And today, they've introduced the all-new Chrysler Pacifica. Will I be impressed? Let's find out. Well, it's definitely a minivan, but still, it looks modern, and those alloy wheels are really cool. Well, up front you have the familiar Chrysler grille and interesting character lines all over that really give it a very modern, fresh, and cool look too. Form definitely follows function here, especially with the large rear overhang, but you need that for storage and for this one's 8-passenger capacity. Nice. I think Fiat Chrysler's design team really knocked it out of the park with this one. I mean, people might just buy it because it looks cool, and that's hard to pull off with a minivan. They also designed the interior with a fresh sheet of paper too, and it shows. The power adjustable seats with the lumbar support are in two-tone leather, and they look great. Notice the kind of big bolsters. They actually hold you in quite well, and actually they don't look too minivan-like. They look more like sports sedans seats. You get these armrests here that you can also move. Storage here in the middle. 2 cup holders. More storage here. And more storage down here that's also grippy too. Non-slip. You also get USB and a charger down there as well. Another USB. Skinny storage here. And an aux for your smarter iPhone there. That's great. CD input here. And look, a hidden nice deep storage here that you can put coins and other things too. Nice. I really like the style they've used here. The two-tone leather on the seats with this darker color here and still darker on the doors here, and that theme carries on over to the dash and all the way across also to the steering wheel. Very nice. On the steering wheel you have controls for your Bluetooth and also menus here, which you can control right up here on the gauge cluster, tachometer, speedometer, and lots of useful information too, scrolling through. On the other side of the steering wheel you have controls for, this is your normal cruise control right here, but down here actually is your radar adaptive cruise control. Here you can set the distance of the car in front of you, and it's kind of surprising that they actually give you a normal cruise control without the radar and then the one with it. I think you should probably use the radar adaptive cruise control all the time for safety. This being a Chrysler, you also get controls on the back of the steering wheel. This one controls your radio volume, and on the other side, the channel or track that you're listening to. Nice. Lighting controls on the left of the steering wheel, power windows and door locks and outside mirrors here, plus additional storage here and here on the door, plus cup holders and more storage down there. On the center of the dash here, you have this very Jaguar-like transmission control. You can just roll it to switch between reverse, neutral, drive, low gear, and of course back into park. And then you have your dual zone climate control right here. Very straightforward and easy to use. If you want to get into your heated seats, you go into climate right here, and then you can go ahead and pull those up and turn on your heated seats, heated steering wheel for both sides. Very nice. Back out to the main menu here. Media, other controls as well. Apps, direction, and then your phone settings too. So I like it. It's a touchscreen and it's quite easy to use, which leads me to my Drivin technology integration score. And it is quite easy to use the technology in this Chrysler Pacifica, and I'm definitely impressed. I'll give it a very strong 9.5 out of 10. Good job. Of course, you get a sliding door on both sides that you can actuate via your remote control, or you can just tap it like I just did. Check it out. You get your own climate control here and grab handle and vent, and of course, seating for 3 across. It's easy to get these seats out of the way if you want them out of the way. That's a nice feature. And look, you get an entertainment system out back here with apps, and you can go on in and play games like solitaire, where are we, you can find license plates and even checkers. Man, that's great. I sure wish we had this in the back seat of our family truckster back in the day. You also get your own headphones, remote control back here, USB, HDMI, place to hook up your headphones. Man, and that's on both sides. You are really living out back, especially if you're a kid. Just give this 2 taps and it'll open right up, revealing the cavernous space that's really come in handy. I did some spring cleaning and donations, and this Chrysler Pacifica was awesome. Look at all that room, even with seating for 5. Of course, you can get 3 more seats right here in the back. Just pop them on out, and voila, there you are. The seats easily pop out, and you can easily put them back in should you choose to go back to storage. On this side, I have my disc golf discs. If you're interested in disc golf or curious, check out my disc golf videos as well on YouTube. So there you go. Like I said, Chrysler has really thought of everything for this Chrysler Pacifica's interior, and it's really just awesome, especially if you're a kid. Powering the Chrysler Pacifica is a 3.6-liter V6, which makes 287 horsepower, and that's good for a 0 to 60 time of 7.3 seconds. It's mated to a 9-speed automatic, and it's 200 pounds lighter than the Chrysler Town & Country that it replaces. That, of course, helps a bit with fuel economy, so you can expect 18 miles per gallon in the city and 28 miles per gallon on the highway, with 22 expected overall. Pricing for the Chrysler Pacifica Touring L Plus starts out at $37,895. Now you might want the $1,995 Advanced Safety Tech Package, which includes Park Sense, front and rear park assist with stop. Also helps you parallel and perpendicular park as well. 360-degree surround view camera, adaptive cruise control with stop and go, full speed forward collision warning plus, lane departure warning plus, rain sensitive windshield wipers, automatic high beam headlamp control, and advanced brake assist. This one comes equipped also with the $895 tire and wheel group with 18-inch aluminum painted satin silver wheels, plus the touring suspension, the $795 hands-free sliding doors and liftgate, the $695 Uconnect 8.4 nav screen. Uconnect basically helps you sync your phone with the car and use apps and that sort of thing for convenience. That package also includes GPS nav, HD radio, Sirius XM traffic travel link with a 5-year subscription and vehicle tracking as well. There's also the $495 8-passenger seating package. So with all that, you're out the dealer door at $43,765, but of course, that is fully loaded with every option for luxury and also many for tech and of course safety as well. Competition of course comes from the likes of the Kia Sedona, which I've reviewed, also the Toyota Sienna, which I've reviewed. Check out my reviews of those and other minivans as well on YouTube. But of course the Chrysler Pacifica is all new. It's the new kid on the block, brand new. Basically, they used to have a crossover named the Pacifica, but this one is entirely new and designed specifically for today's American minivan market. They've put much hype and marketing into it to make sure that it's successful in America, but that's not the reason it's going to be successful. It's going to be successful because it has all the things that minivan buyers are looking for. It's got convenience and luxury, it's easy to drive, it's fun to drive, and it's got all the latest tech and also safety. So it's just a very well-rounded car, seats up to 8, and it'll of course, with that tech in the back, keep the kids occupied on long trips. So everything you could possibly want in a minivan. Okay, heading down the highway here. It's a very comfortable seat and seating position. You'll definitely be able to get comfortable in this. Meanwhile, the safety. You can see that light is lit up. That lets me know there's a car in my blind spot. And I've got the cruise control set. So if a car is in front of me, it'll definitely keep me a safe distance from that car. You can adjust it here. And also your lane keep assist. If you start to drift, well, there it is. It's actually very cool. You see it blinking there? Yep, it just steered me back. So very, very nice safety features in the Pacifica. Now with traffic that we have in this area and pretty much all over the US major cities, it's really nice to have the adaptive cruise control. That is extremely luxurious. because you don't have to sit there and cover the brake and do this and do that to know that the car is going to do it for you. Well, that is true, technically savvy luxury. 287 horsepower. That's about 100 more than my Porsche 911 SC from 1982. My Targa. Check out the review of that one. But it is a lot of horsepower. Might not quite handle like the Porsche, and doesn't offer the steering feedback, but still, this heated steering wheel, that's right, it's heated, is keeping my hands warm on this crisp morning while I drive to Cars and Coffee, and I can bring 7 friends with me too. You're certainly not going to have any problem merging onto traffic or passing cars on the highway should you feel the need. They really do this backup camera and all-around view camera very well. You have different modes here as well. You can see all the way around the car. Excellent. And then of course the all-around view as well right here. And then of course your directional here. And there's sensors too to tell you what dangers might be lurking. Even though there are pretty big C-pillars in this Pacifica, there's really no blind spot because of the way it's designed. You can definitely see all around you very easily, and you even have these openings here on the side which are great for visibility. This is a very important vehicle for Chrysler. It's their first all-new vehicle since merging with the Fiat group, and Chrysler really invented the minivan back in the late 80s. It was Lee Iacocca who came up with the idea, and it really replaced the station wagon, and it's a really high selling segment in America and the world, and for that reason it's very important that they are successful with this. So they've gone back to the drawing board, they've redesigned everything. It's 200 pounds lighter than the last one. It's more economical, thanks in part to that lightness, and also thanks in part to the 9-speed automatic. That's really nice. All those gears gives you better fuel economy too, along with performance. And they've really rethought everything and looked at the competition, and they've come up with really a minivan for the new generation. From the built-in vacuum to the stowaway seating. Also, they've even got a plug-in hybrid version. They really have come up with everything, and I think they've really created great transportation. And even though it's a minivan, well, there's a lot of stigma attached to those, of course, especially for sports car guys like me. But hey, you know, it is a minivan, but it's still fun to drive. It's peppy, and it's got lots of luxury and tech, so you don't have to suffer, even if you can't take a turn quite as fast as you might like to occasionally. But thanks for watching, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and also on Facebook, and check out all my videos on YouTube, of course, and subscribe. I'm Drivin' Ivan.